Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. I wanted to talk about how to get warm mixes that sound smooth but not harsh, the mixes that don't rip your face off. They feel like a pillow that you kind of want to put your head on, your ears on, that feel really smooth and comfy. All right, so if y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Support the channel by checking the links. Go ahead and book a mix, grab a preset, check out the courses or the plugin presets, do whatever you want. But we're gonna get to this right now. Let's listen to the track to get started here today.
Waffy smile and be grateful and don't watch what other people are do. It's a process everybody I go through, so don't feel like it's only just you. But one thing when me sure about, with God in your life you will make it out. So when you look up to the sky, just tell him thanks and smile. We all have in one road, but no say we now walk alone. No give up easy, just believe me and don't make them.
All right, so that's the track for you guys, okay, to hear. So most importantly with this track right here, I use something like the PSP micro warmer. I like the PSP vintage warmer too, but a lot of times what I use this plugin for is I just open it right up. I keep it real simple right on that master bus, open it right up. This thing is instant warmth, like putting the whole mix inside of the microwave and it just bakes the mix, pretty smooth and crispy.
In a life you have to smile and be grateful and don't watch what other people are do. It's a process everybody I go through, so don't feel like it's only just you. But one thing when me sure about, with God in your life you will make it out. So when you look up to the sky, just tell him thanks and smile. We all have in one road, but no say we now walk alone. No give up easy, just believe me and don't make them try take your soul. We all have to face the truth, but don't let it consume you. So when the pain when you feel gets hard to control, just know life full of pure gold.
So you hear like the lead vocal kind of comes up a little bit more forward, but then again, it's not like an annoying little brother that's too up in your face, It still has a nice bit of a mid-range, the high-mid push that still feels very smooth at the same time. So that's another way I like to get instant warmth is by using something like the PSP vintage warmer or the micro warmer to obtain that. But that's the thing about it. Warmth is not done in just one plugin. So another great way that I, think about warmth is like tape, okay? What does tape do? You kind of get your high end to be a little bit smoother and you get a little bit more body. You feel me? You add a little bit more body to that thing, okay? A little bit more meat on the bones, a little bit more fat on the cow, a little bit more fat on the steak, the T-bone steak. So most importantly, I like to use a plugin like Spiff on my actual vocals to remove the mouth clicks, which will smoothen off my top end a little bit too, making it sound a little warmer.
But one thing when me sure about, with God in your life you will make it out. So when you look up to the sky, just tell him thanks and
thank you and smile.
But no say we now walk alone. Now walk alone. No give up easy, just believe me and don't make them try take your soul. We all have to face the truth, but don't make it consume you. So when the pain where you feel gets hard to control, just know life full of pure gold. That's why me.
So yeah, it's like the bickering, the mouth smacking. We start to take off some of those things right there. And sometimes if you want to actually add more vocal presence, you can go with the opposite in the boost and like start to enhance the transients in that upper mid area. That will make your vocal actually cut through a little bit more. Okay, so that's another great way that I like to add smoothness to the vocal. Another plugin that I've been using lately to get a lot of warmth is the Mac DSP MC404, as this is not like the C4 or the C6 because each band is like a different emulation of a hardware. I think one is like the DBX 160, another one's like a LA28, and the other one is like a Neve 33609. So it just helps it sound really like smooth and shit like that. So I've been enjoying this, and of course this will balance out your vocals too,
Pure gold. That's why me.
Pray to the Most High, pray to the Most High, Most High.
Let them take care of life.
Life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit,
Turn it the other way.
turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid. Say if it don't work, me I go try it. Not give up so easy. Every time when me I go a road, me pray to the Father, say me don't.
the hell did I do to the track? Why that bitch sound like that? Yeah, oh well, but you kind of understand what I mean, you know, like the Mac DSP MC404 is right there. Okay, my dumb ass probably didn't even take off the delta on the spiff. Okay, good. There you go. I'm a human. I'm not an AI, okay? This is a real fucking tutorial, dude. So yeah, Mac DSP MC404, we're gonna control our mid-range, making our mix smoother.
Don't make them take your life.
Life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit, turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid, say if it don't work, me I go try the next day. Every time when me I go a road, me pray to the Father, say me don't go alone. Everybody pray for your cause, so them not get lost and lose them soul. Him know I said the journey no easy, that's why him not go just leave me. So just call him any.
So now it sounds a little bit more smoother because now the energy is a little bit more balanced. You feel me? Certain words, all different words have different types of energy. For a long time, I was like, man, maybe I could see, maybe I don't use the multiband compressor on certain mixes, but I always have to use it because, vocal performance, certain words have more energy than others, consonants and stuff like that. They have more energy than others. So the multiband kind of goes in there and it smooths off everything. You go to your barber, you got a patchy ass head. He gonna take that clipper and smooth off your fade and your taper and your sides and the back of your head. You feel me? So that's what this MC404 is kind of doing, helping the vocals be warm and really smooth, in the process of the mix. Another great way to get your mixes to sound warm is just by using like vintage effects, for example, using something like a lexicon, you feel me? Using vintage processors like something like the Seventh Heaven, the Berkasti. So, I do that on purpose sometimes, or sometimes you might want to use something that is new, like you make your vocal sound new and you sound crispy as fuck, like straight digital plugins. But then on your effects, your reverbs, your delay, now you start switching it up. Now you start using the throwback shit. So it's like when people throw on that fit, they throw on some vintage Tommy Hilfiger, but then some new, like brand new, like modern day shoes. So you getting that little compare and contrast type shit.
Don't make them take your life.
Life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit, turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid, say if it don't work, me I go try the next day. Every time when me I go a road.
So you hear without all the effects, and when I mute it, it just kind of fucking sounds sterile. It sounds very digital, and maybe I could throw on a stock reverb, but it wouldn't add character. So picking and choosing when you use those, analog effects is a great way too.
Don't make them take your life.
Life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit, turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid, say if it don't work, me I go try the next day. Every time when me I go a road, me pray to the Father, say me don't go alone. Everybody pray for your cause, so them not get lost and lose them soul. Him know I said the journey no easy, that's why him not go just leave me. So just call him anytime when you need, so him can't.
Another great way I like to warm up my mixes as well is by using a little bit of lo-fi. I use like Bit Crusher. You can use whatever Bit Crusher you want, but you just like, going in there and fucking with your sample size.
Don't make them take your life.
Life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit, turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid, say if it don't work, me I go try the next day. Every time when me I go a road, me pray to the Father, say me don't go alone. Everybody pray.
So it kind of gives it a little bit of a different texture pretty much, and that different texture, it just helps stuff blend a lot better, you feel me, into the mix. So let me see what else that I like to use. I like to use maybe like a vintage parallel compressor as well. That's another great way to get your mixes sounding really smooth. I know a lot of people like to use a CL1B. Personally, I like to use it on parallel because it adds clarity and still smoothness.
Don't make them take your life.
Life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit, turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid, say if it don't work, me I go try the next day. Every time when me I go a road, me pray to the Father, say me don't go alone. Everybody pray for your cause, so them not get lost and lose them soul. Him know I said the journey no easy, that's why him not go just leave me. So just call him anytime when you need, so him can show you the signs you no see. You have to know, say this life is a test. We all have a mission and we have to do it best. Nothing not go on if your life is a mess. Learn from your mistake, don't hope and regrets. That's why me
Pray to the Most High, pray to the Most High. Me pray to the Most High, pray unto the Most High. Even if it's hard, we still have to try. And at times we don't know why. Pray to the Most High, pray.
Another great way to you know, kind of get that situation where it sounds smooth. And then, you know, there's going to be certain times where you want stuff to cut out. So then, like, if I'm going to bit crush, then I already know, okay, boom, I'm going to use like the Spectre and get back some presence. This is a great way to make ad-libs and backgrounds cut through.
Don't make them take your life.
life is a puzzle and a maze. If it don't fit, turn it the other way. One thing me no afraid, say if it don't work, me I go try the next day. Every time when me I go a road, me pray to the Father, say me don't go alone. Everybody pray for your cause, so them not get lost and lose them soul. Him know I said the journey no easy, that's why him not go just leave me. So just call him anytime when you need, so him can show you the signs you no see. You have to know, say this life is a test. We all have a mission and we have to.
So you can use volume to make things like low, but then when you wanted to cut through, you know, you use something like the Spectre in different areas to, you know, help it, you know, jump through the mix and put a shining light on it. So this is pretty much the end of the video here today. I just want to say thank you very much for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What are some plugins that y'all like to use down below that help you get vocals or, you know, mixes to sound smooth? I would love to know. And as well, you know, I showed a couple of my techniques using like the PSP Vintage Warmer, the Spectre, using the MC404, the Spiff to like take out the transients in the vocal to make it sit a little bit better. All those things make it sound smooth. It's a process, like baking a cake. Okay, over time, you don't just get a cake by just throwing the flour right in the oven. There's a process to it, so you do it slowly over time. Okay, so I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Next to the subscribe button, click join the channel to see exclusive live tutorials nobody else has ever seen, and check the links down below to support us. All right, appreciate y'all now. Peace.